Welcome back to the garden here in Neath, South Wales. Well, it's a beautiful day weather-wise here, and the temperatures are up now to about 18 to 20 degrees, and it's only March the 20th. So today what I'm going to do is unwrap some of my bananas, and I'm also going to take a look at my tree fern. Now the bananas have started to push out through the top of the wrapping, so I think it's time now to get them sorted out today. These are the Musas now that I'm talking about, and as you can see I've had them fleeced over now for the winter, and on the top I put some yogurt pots, but you can clearly see there that this has started to grow already, and I think it's time now to unwrap this and see what's underneath. So it's time again now to balance on this wall, and let's have a look and see how these are doing inside. There's definitely some form of growth in there. Oh, and there's a roller just popping out through the top. It's a lovely day today. It's lovely and warm, and I've checked the weather, and for the next 10 days or so there's no frost forecast here. So hopefully these will be all right now to unwrap. But I don't really want to keep these covered up for too long, as I don't want them to be too wet underneath all this wrapping. After looking after them now all winter, I don't want any fungus getting inside. Oh, and that is doing really well. I'm pleased with that, but I think it'll do it good to have a little bit of fresh air on the stem. These have been covered up now since November time, and it's now March. It's a little bit mushy at the very top, but it's definitely growing, and I think it'll do it good now to come out into the sunshine. I think I've unwrapped that at just the right time, so that's really good news. Marvellous. And on now to the second one. Let's see how that one's done. So this one is a little bit smaller, so I don't know how this one is done underneath this wrapping. So let's get this off. Oh! And this one's done okay too. I think it's definitely the right time to take these off, as they are quite wet underneath, so that'll dry out a little bit in the sunshine. That is solid there. I will lose these first leaves. Just chop that off. Like that. I'll just leave that there at the moment and just see how it goes. I gotta be careful not to stand on any plants. So let's take the tops off and pop them to one side, and we'll start off with the main one. Now that is quite that comes off in one. That's done really well. little bit mushy at the top, but that's not too bad. I'm pleased with that. And this little one here, I can see that it started to grow already. All of them do feel quite solid underneath the wrapping. I'll give these a good watering later on tonight because I think the whole garden is quite dry. We haven't had any rainfall here for quite a few days now. Will that come off in one? Let's have a look. Yes. Another one that's okay. Let's move to this front one. I think now because the temperatures are starting to rise, what I didn't want is these musas to start sweating underneath this wrapping. It's done its job now for the winter, and they'll be okay if we have just a light frost. They'll survive okay with that. So far so good with these pups. I have to unwrap this one. I don't tend to keep the fleece for next year. It's quite reasonably priced. So I'll just buy another roll. This year I bought the fleece from Wilkinson, and I didn't think that it was the best of quality, but it has done the job okay. We have had quite a mild winter here, and I'm really pleased with that. Just cut off the wet parts. It's quite normal to lose the first few leaves. So what I'll do, I'll just leave them for the moment and then maybe see how this stem goes. And I may have to just cut it back just a little bit lower, just maybe to here. So I have retained most of the height this year, and that's a job well done, and I'm really pleased with that. That's excellent news. Just be mindful of the weather forecast before you start unwrapping things in your garden. We are in the south of the country here in South Wales, and so it's a little bit milder here for us, and we don't really get the harsh winters that you might get up north. So just check the forecast before you start unwrapping. Now the tree fern has been kept under wraps for most of the winter. So let's take the covering off and see what we've got inside. So there's plenty of fronds inside there, just bursting to come out. So what I'm going to do is just take the outside wrapping off, as I don't think I'll need that anymore. And on any cold nights, I'll just pop the fleece into the centre, and that should be enough now just to get it through. Let's take all the string off. And now I can... Oh yeah, there's plenty of fronds in there. But I think that's going to need a good watering as the temperatures are now rising. There's no, as I said, there's no frost forecast now for the next 10 days or so. So I'm going to give that a really good drenching. It has been under cover for quite a few months now. But that's great. And I'm just going to make sure as well that all of the outside of the tree fern is thoroughly wet with some water, as all of this is the actual root. And that will do it the world of good. And I'm so happy that it's made it through, as this is the first year with this tree fern in the garden. It's lovely to finally see the weather getting a little bit warmer now. And thank you for watching today, and I hope you've really enjoyed watching me unwrapping the bananas. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.